morning, Arsonist Fya. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you, sir?
It's a pleasure. Nice to meet up with you once again. I'm very, very delighted. It has been a
Thank
while.
you.
Actually, did this sort of live chat. I think it will be more than a year now, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes, it's actually more than a year.
Well, I'm very grateful and delighted. And today I want us to talk about our experiences as a spiritualist on this path. And I would like to know some things that I don't know if you have been experiencing the same things that I have been experiencing on this spiritual path that we are both engaged in. And I want us to talk about our experience. I want to know from your own perspective how you have been able to see things, especially being on YouTube and coming out to talk about the subject of spirituality and how it has been. I just want to know so that we can compare experiences and maybe we can see eye to eye on many issues and we can also know if we are actually on the right path. Okay.
Okay. Should I mention like the whole experience, like spiritually, or only the part that involves other practitioners in the community?
Yes,
Or
in the
should I
whole
just
community, to talk about everything. I don't want this to be a restricted conversation. Please do not leave
okay,
any silly behind. We should talk very freely about the community. Don't hide, don't hold anything back. Okay?
okay.
We
Um
cannot just
okay,
uh
now
yes. So I want to ask you how we South
okay,
Africa.
let me start.
Yes.
South Africa has been challenging. We've been facing a lot of load shedding and economical challenges since the COVID lockdown, but it has been more prominent within like the past 2 years. It's been like going even worse and worse. So it's actually hectic. How is your country? Where you are staying now?
Which I can say it's okay for Nigeria is passing through hell now. They just did an election
Okay.
whereby a very criminal guy that stole the whole thing, and the election was rigged from top to bottom. And we still have the same old cargoes, the same old people that are supposed to be in retirement homes are still in power, holding the country down. So I think a lot of people are disappointed in Nigeria right now, especially with the youths. We are totally disillusioned. We are at the point of total frustration. We don't know what to do, but we are trying our best to fight these people that are holding us down. So, economic situation in Nigeria is the leaders. We just have old people that are criminals that don't want to give us freedom, that don't want the place to be good. They just want to sit down on the development and the technological advancement of the whole country. So we're having that problem now. But nevertheless, we are trying our best as youths, trying to make a difference and trying to stand our ground. I see a lot of Nigerian youths coming out and trying to actually outshine and be who they are supposed to be, irrespective of the government that they are having. So this is where we are right now.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start and ask and answer your question, the one that you mentioned beginning of the video, and then I'll start by first introducing myself to those that watch your channel and those that don't know me from your channel. Okay,
That's not
so namaste everyone. I am Arsonist Fya, a South African occult practitioner. I'm actually a practitioner of many systems of magic. I'm actually practicing the hermetic system of magic, which is derived from the esoteric systems from the Western Hemisphere. And I'm also practicing a little bit of voodoo and chaos magic. I've been practicing other systems like your Luciferian systems, and I'm also based in Hinduism system, and I've tried what? Basically, I've done a lot of systems and I've tried a lot and I've experimented a lot. I don't like to narrow myself down when it comes to such practices. So I met this brother of mine on Facebook, and then we began to talk. So that's how I got to know him. And then for the question that he was asking me, I'm going to start first by telling you about the people. The people that I have met, like throughout the journey from starting my YouTube channel, have been, I don't know what to say of these people, because I think most of them, I think they are crazy. Because one minute the other person is trying to befriend you, and the other minute they are talking behind your back and trying to do witchcraft behind your back. And also, there's people who befriend you just for favors, to get favors from you because you have a YouTube channel, and they want to extort money from you. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a heavy thing. And I don't know if you ever have experienced this before. It's like the more we do this YouTube thing, you actually get to a point whereby you doubt your judgment, you doubt your spirituality. Like it's the people criticize you a lot, and then you start thinking of your old beliefs, your Christian beliefs. You try to run back to what you were practicing because of the attack, the constant trolling that you get from people. You get comments from people that don't know you, calling you a monkey, racist comments, and all that stuff. So it's been a hectic journey, and I don't know where these people come from. You can get into an argument like with the topic from TV, like the controversial slapping of Chris Rock by Will Smith. I once voiced out my opinion in a group chat about that. And then this person was trying to spiritually attack me. Like for the whole of last year, I was fighting this person basically. And my life was upside down because of this person that I got into an argument about Will Smith. But because I have a YouTube channel, I'm teaching spirituality, I got attacked for that. Have you experienced any such things, my brother?
Okay, your experience are many. They are quite similar to mine as well. You know, there is this thing that I call it a kind of divergence of views, whereby people will, as a person that you're coming out with your own brand of spirituality, especially on YouTube, you will naturally attract a lot of attention because you're bringing yourself to the limelight. So you're exposing yourself to the outside world. So a lot of characters will come in contact with you, especially in this path we call the path of spirituality, the path of smoke, the pathless path, as some people will say. You will see all kind of characters here, shady characters, people that are mentally unbalanced, psychologically unbalanced people. A lot of them are here. People that believe a lot in superstitious belief, people that are just having their own kind of mentality that is very, very restrictive. You will see them here, and people also having opposite views that are different from what you have. A lot of them are here. So exposing yourself like this will naturally draw lots of attacks to you. I experienced this. While you say you get people, I have experienced a lot of attacks recently. And since last year, I have got people coming in. I receive attack from Western occultists. I also get attacked from my own homegrown traditionalists at home here due to our differences of views. I get attacked from the Christian community because I speak against that. I get attacked from Jewish community. Recently, I just had a row with the gay community, a brand of the gay community from Israel. So this path is not a path of peace, I will say. You coming out as a spiritualist, it's like you're exposing yourself to people, all that brand of spirituality. And you find this conflict of interest. People have conflicting views. People see you that are the opposite of what you are saying, but automatically they are like your enemies or your competitors. So they will naturally attack you. So we have this friction, this war of good and evil always going on in the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is not a so-called peaceful place for me, the way I've seen it to be from my own experience. It is a part of war. And for this part to go in, you have to be prepared. So lucky for me, I was prepared before I came online. I knew that this was going to happen. I have seen it happen many times before. I've seen it in different secrets. organizations, different aspects of the so-called Western occult community, even traditional community in Africa. I've seen this kind of things. So me coming that I know this is going to happen to me, and I was ready. So when people attack me, I already expecting. So I've been able to create a kind of protection for myself, and the deities that are with me too, they are also behind me. Most times when I get this attack, I leave the retaliation for them. I don't do it because if I say I want to be attacking everybody, I will not have time to be doing my videos. I will not have time to be doing spiritual work. So we have a compartment. I focus on the work while the ancestors, they got my back. So this is where I work. So for those people attacking me, they always get beaten back. I always win that kind of thing because I know that I'm not here alone. And I have people that are working for me and people that are guiding me. So I have been attacked so much, you will be shocked with what you're going to see. For the Western occultists, I noticed many of them have been unbalanced right from time. I have spoken about this many times due to the kind of deities they expose themselves to. Deities of extreme chaos, destruction, forces beyond their control. This the effect of exposing yourself to this kind of energies. It comes with a heavy toll on the human body, on the human psychic. So you see many of them engaging in vices, drug addiction, or anger management issues, envy, hate, all the seven deadly sins. It goes with the territory. Then what I Christians before, they hate African spirituality. So quite naturally, I was expecting that. I was not surprised. I know they're going to come. The people that I'm actually having the main thing that is my fellow traditionalists, my black people, my fellow black spiritualists. Those are the ones that are real giving me a hard time here because I have been able to confront many of them by bringing issues that many of them would like to be buried. I have been able to unearth many of those issues. And right now, discussing commotion in the so-called spirit world, the spiritual community in Nigeria and West Africa, many of them are now having problems because of me, because I'm talking about issues that they don't want to talk about. And people are now waking up, people are now asking questions, and they cannot answer those questions. So many of them are not happy. So my main source of serious attack is coming from them. They say, "Now, no man, I the key man." So all the other attacks that I get, I see them every day. I try not to get involved in this argument, especially on my YouTube channel. If I see the position you are bringing in, I just delete your comments. Then when I go to Facebook, I don't try to argue with people. If you say something, anything you say, I don't know you, you're a total stranger, you're always right. I just leave you there. So I probably put most of my arguments are in video formats. So the videos I had there, they are free to your own freedom of speech. But if you want to come spiritually, I have people that are ready for you, that are there. Their work is just to attack people. So I leave that job for them. I concentrate on doing videos, doing videos, doing videos. This is how I can be able to maintain this sanity. Then once in a while, I do videos to expose these people that are attacking me, that saying trash in their videos. I also say my own to show them that because silence is consent. If I don't say anything, it will seem that they are doing the right thing. So I will bring enough facts and evidence to show that this is the way it's supposed to be. So it's like we have a back and forth attack, like we are playing tennis. You smash me, I smash you. So this is the kind of way we are, the way I'm dealing with these issues. Okay, this is the kind of way I'm dealing with it. So it is like a fight of ideologies. And when I bring my issues, I bring a lot of real life examples. Many of them are attacking African spirituality. They're attacking Black people racism, that Black people are not the root race. We contributed money to humanity. History is totally ignored by these people. And even Egypt is even ignored. Many of them will not even acknowledge Egypt as a Black civilization for crying out loud. But yeah, these people want to attack me. So when I bring facts and evidence to prove beyond reasonable doubt, they try to ignore those facts for them, want to look for loopholes to come to attack me. Like recently, one of them was doing videos saying that somebody that sells courses on spirituality is a scam. So I did the last video to explain why I create these courses and why we need to invest in African spirituality. You said something, I said my own, I bring a lot of evidence. So this kind of things we do it so there's a commotion in the spirit world. It is not a peaceful place. If you know you are not a warrior, this path is not for you because the kind of attacks you're going to get, it might make you want to run away. It might make you want to abandon your practice. If you don't have a thick skin, you will just shut your channel down and you will disappear. So this place is not for soft people. That's why you need to be strong and be prepared before you come online to let people see your face because you're going to have a lot of opposition. Okay, and your life is going to be heavily scrutinized. The camera is on you. Any little thing you say, that we use it against you. This is the way the team knows. So you have to be ready. It's not easy, but for me, it's the experience. I love the experience so far. I'm learning every day, and I think I'm growing. I'm growing, and I've been able to make contact with lots of people from all over the world, especially people that share the same ideology with me. And I think we are all growing together as well. So this is the way I see it. Okay. So I want to ask you, what is your major obstacle with this? How do you deal with these people? What is your biggest obstacle of your practice online?
My biggest obstacle of my practice online, I would say, is taking the ideas of these people and taking the perceptions of these people and trying to accommodate and understand them, failing to understand that they are just there to bring mischief, misdirection, and to misguide you. So that's an obstacle. However, this will bring me to another question that I'm about to ask you. It's like my life suddenly becomes organized for me to get destroyed, basically, because you go out, you meet someone you love, suddenly the spiritual realm is using that person to sabotage you, and now you have something to fight for, but that very something to fight for is the one that's being used to attack you. And then you are stuck in between attachment and detachment, and it's like a push and pull. You are constantly fighting between something you love and something that's gonna destroy you. So it makes it very hard for you to stick to your practice, to stick to your word, and then to get far and ahead with this spirituality thing. It's like it's a whole thing. You can't like pinpoint it to one thing, maybe online affairs or anything like that. It's a whole conspiracy that's been orchestrated by the higher evil forces that are trying to bring you down, basically. So that's how I see it. It's very challenging, but how I'm dealing with it, obviously I have Davies that helped me a lot. Ones I'm very grateful to. I think I'll be able to conquer and be a warrior just like you. The only thing that's making me different from you is because I don't have much of an experience in the spiritual path like you. So, and sometimes I used to have questions like in your other videos, like when you roast people, you go ahead, you get on them, you go insane on them. And I used to ask myself, okay, why is my friend losing his temper and losing his reputation over this? But now I've discovered now that you actually have to use that firm tone, because if you don't do that, they'll do that to you and you'll adapt their beliefs and their thinking, and then you'll start to go mad. Basically, that's what will happen. So I'd like to hear from you. Is it the same way? Is it affecting you the same way, or what?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The way I see this, first of all, how I'm able to do like this, I am one person. The life that I live on screen is the same life that I live on my everyday. I don't have like a TV or let's say YouTube personality. That's because when I'm on YouTube, I have to say in a certain way. If you notice me, I consciously don't want to speak in an accent, American or UK accent. I try to be as much real as much African as possible. so that it won't look like I'm copying European, promoting European values. Like if I don't speak like I'm from UK or I'm from America, I am not civilized. A lot of our people, they'll go to abroad within 2 months, they start speaking like they have been living there for 20, 40 years. I have been living outside Nigeria for more than 15 years now, been to so many countries. I don't speak. When I first came out, I didn't know anything that time. I was naive. I was trying to live like foreigners, speaking like American, trying to walk like them, talk like them, eat like them. I found out that sometimes that I was stupid. People were not even respecting me because I was like a clone. I'm trying to copy them. So when people see you trying to copy them, they lost all respect for you because you are not making yourself fake. So I said, oh, no, 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 I'm not going to live my life like this. I will maintain my authentic African accent. When I speak, you must know where I come from. I can be able to tell you that, look, this pride that you feel that you come from a so-called civilized country, I am equally civilized, and I can be able to do anything you can do. I have my own way of saying things, my own way of doing this, and I need to promote my existence so that you don't overwrite me, you don't copy me. So I stop pretending. Anywhere I go, even you see me in parties, I go to five-star hotels, I maintain this attitude. So I don't consider myself as a celebrity that somebody can just come and talk to me anyhow. I'll be trying to be diplomatic, trying to pretend that I'll try to be civilized when I know that you are doing a wrong thing. My character is that I will attack you, I will tell you, I'll call you out straight, let you know that this is not right. So when I see people trying to pretend or trying to come in a subservient way to try to attack me, I just open everything plain so that we can just start the issue directly. So sometimes I lose my temper, it's part of me. I get angry at these people. I need to get angry at them to let them know, to let them see my emotions, see the real me, to let them know that I don't consider myself as a celebrity, that a fee that you can pick on. I am very, very real. And my character aligns with my spirituality. It aligns with my purpose. So there's only me. Yeah, there's just one focus. I'm totally focused in what I'm doing. So I'm not faking my life. Okay, I'm not faking it. So when people that are faking their life, they need to worry about reputation. So as far as not going out, I know what I'm doing. I'm not here to scam people, not here to spoil my name. I don't need to worry about that. If somebody insult me, I will insult them back. If they come at me in a way that is not proper, I will also do the same thing to them. Back, no wait for anything. What I can do now, I will stay. So I quarrel with a lot of people. When some people are coming to tell me what to do, I say, no, you cannot tell me what to do. So I have a lot of issues with people, and I take it as part of life. I always say this word, iron sharpened iron. Okay, if we don't talk about issues, we don't come head to head like this, we're not going to improve. If I keep talking, they keep doing this, their nonsense. I keep talking, trying to pretend to be civilized, leave everything for God, that kind of type shit. They will keep doing what they are doing. But if I don't attack them back, I don't call them out, I don't talk anything, they will keep. When I attack them, I see that many times they keep quiet, they run away, they're afraid, they cannot talk the way I talk because they are living a fake life. They cannot bring themselves to my level. They are trying to pretend they're higher, but they are lower than me, quite naturally. The things that I know, the things that I talk about, many of them don't know it. Many of these so-called spirituality, especially the Western ones, the dream that we have in Africa, they don't even know it, but they're pretending that they know all. They have this superiority complex, God complex, like black people are inferior to them, so they want to talk down on us. So that is what I'm not going to accept. Okay, so you're going to see me exposing them, talking about real life history, talking about real life issue, exposing every fake aspect of their spirituality. When I won't come to traditional, our own traditions, I expose the fake aspect they are doing. These fake people doing initiations, lying, deceiving people, tying people. I talk about everything. I don't leave any stone unturned when it comes to this. It's a part of truth. So what are we doing here if we are not saying this? If we cannot talk about these topics? These topics are hot topics that we're going to touch people. It's going to make people like face themselves, just like shadow walk, realize, think about themselves, sober reflection. People are afraid of this. You're practicing spirituality, you are not touching deep topics that will change your life. You are just like wasting your time. Okay. So when I talk like this, many people feel that maybe I'm a bit confrontational, but this is the real world. You have to sit up and you have to address yourself. So I see them, I have to be who I am. So what they are doing does not affect me. Okay, assuming I'm living a fake life on camera now, maybe, but they know that this guy is very real. Many of them cannot even be real like me. These are people that have not even come to, they are not even in touch with reality, but they're claiming to be spiritual masters, ascended ones. So check this out now. Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying somewhere. So when you call them out, they are ashamed. So most times they dress close to from people like me because they know that I can disgrace them anytime. So many of them are not going to be my friend. Of course, they see my channel and they are afraid of me quite naturally. So they can say anything they want to say, but the truth will still be the truth. So that's me for you. This is how I handle this kind of people. Okay, just be yourself and be authentic as possible. Be authentic, be yourself, and live your truth. Okay, that's the way you survive. When you're authentic, people respect you. Even if they hate you, it's better for them to hate you and respect you than for them to like you and disrespect you. That's the way I see life. Or which one do you prefer? Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. I actually do prefer the authenticity. I've learned to appreciate it much due to experience, because if you don't stand up and be authentic, like it's like you take on another personality of a coward, and then you begin to live. You begin to live like a slave. It's like something lives on top of you, controlling you, basically. Yes. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I feel happens. And we do need to be authentic. And I've discovered that the more I do this thing, I actually want to be more withdrawn and more focused on being alone, basically, and practicing spirituality alone, because involving too many people, it's counter. However, I'd like to ask you something. Do you have any challenges, like in finances, in relationships, and in how people perceive you ever since you've started this?
Yes, of course. That is a very, very interesting topic. For the place of finance, since I started it, actually, my finance have actually improved because I was working on myself. I did a lot of rituals concerning finance because I know that when you want to go into spirit work, the first thing they're going to hit is your finances, especially the people you're attacking. They're going to come for your finances. When you don't have money, how are you going to talk about spirituality? How are you going to say you want to help people? How are you going to even think of helping or talking about spiritual topics? You need to be able to take care of yourself first. So I've already known about that. So I've covered that area. I have covered it. And since last year, I say no. My finances was really hit when I was doing charity work when I first started about 5 years ago. I was using my money to buy materials to do spells for people, to help people. I would say those are my training days. When I think about those things, it was stupid things I did, using my own money to be buying materials just to somebody just tell me something. I'll be doing spells to help them. Maybe I was training myself, or during that time I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself if maybe what I'm doing will work. Many times I will even sublet some of my uh, clients' work to other spiritualists, but I see that this thing was not doing well for me. I got tired. I said, no, I need to move forward. I start doing my own stuff. Then I tell people I cannot be doing free work anymore. You have to be paying for services now. That was a major, major change because I have been able to amass a following of these free people. I just put everybody on my group. I have to send many people out. I have to really push many of them out. When I changed, they say, oh, we cannot be paying for what we have been getting free. It was a major problem for me and them. So a lot of friends, I have to drop them. It was sad, but I have to do it. I have to cut a lot of people off, especially people that are not really close to me and they have benefited a lot from me and they have contributed nothing to my life. I cut a lot of them up. Then I start charging for my courses. So finances is okay. If I think finance, I have money to take care of myself to do my runnings to go around. I don't have issues with that. Then for relating with other people, I try to separate my private life from my spiritual life. In my daily living, people that I work with know I live in another country. I don't tell them about my spirituality. Many of them, they don't even know if I practice African spirituality, how deep I am. So when people come to me, I don't really talk about it much, but as they begin to get close to me, when they know how deep I am, they begin to be afraid of me. This is what I have experienced. So I don't normally tell people. I just play with them, try to go. I flow with people casually. I flow with all kinds of people. If I don't tell you that I do this spiritual work, you will not know. And the way I dress, I don't carry spirituality upon me like a badge. That when you see me from far for 3 miles away, you will see, oh, this person is a spiritualist. I don't dress like a spiritualist. I don't wear anything to differentiate me. I don't give you that label. You can see me, I can be anybody. The way I'm dressed now, very casual, somebody from a rap video. You think I'm like, you wish that this just being me, being free with life. But when people begin to get close to me, then they start knowing, many of them sometimes they get scared. Recently, I have a friend uh, that packed out of my building, my old condo, when he discovered how far I'm into this stuff. He packed to another building I was just laughing at him. Every day I was looking. And when he began to discover, say, wow, you are this deep, he packed out of the building. He was a Christian. I felt very sorry for him, still living in fear. Then for the relationship type, I have issues, especially when I went to Nigeria, with dating my own Nigerian women. Many of them are heavily Christians. Even as we talk about this subject on internet, we still have a lot of Christians. It's very, very hard to see a non-Christian in that country. So when I went there, all the women I came across, they were all Christians, and many of them, when they see you inside this, imagine me that have like 2, 3 altars in my room. Many of them could not take it. They were afraid. They were looking at me as a bad guy, putting me in a category of people that do evil stuff. So many of them were not even ready. I cannot settle with this kind of people or date somebody that maybe we have a child tomorrow. You'll be taking my child to church, telling my child that Jesus is their master, this kind of mentality. I can't do that. So I said, oh, if you people are going to be wasting time pretending to be caricatures, I will be expand my dating range to date people that don't care about this religion the way you put it on your head. Religion is a very big deal. So I don't see many of them there. So I left out. Somewhere I'm outside the country, Asia. I see a lot of women that don't even care about religion. They don't care what they're doing. So they don't really want to know. Even if they see you with altars or stuff, they don't really mind. Those ones they are much better. They recently, a friend, when she discovered that I'm into this African stuff, she was okay with it. She didn't mind. But later, maybe some Christians, when they saw my YouTube channel, they just stood out to run away. She didn't even bother to come to take her thing. She just sent somebody to come and collect her stuff and she ran away. I was just laughing. I said, okay, people live in fear. So some people come into your life and they just come to terrify themselves. Some people come to play. Some people are just there for being there. I also dated people that try to want to take advantage of me. Oh, you're spiritually, so you're going to be doing free work for me and this kind of stuff. And you're going to see people that want to use you, come to you as a friend or want you to just because they can try to get free stuff. And that kind of thing happens. Okay. So,
Okay, for that part, can I include something? Okay. Okay, before I include that thing that I want to tell you about, I'd like to say I'm grateful to have you as someone in my spiritual path, as someone close to me, basically. I feel like we have a past life, and even though we're not doing anything much in each other's lives, but having each other's energies and presence in that spiritual sphere, it's so much of a balance, I must say. So thank you for that. Um, I have a story. Last year, there's someone that I'm involved with. Okay, so this person, obviously, we're in a relationship, of course, and then she knows that I practice stuff like this, and then she wants me to do work for her, and then I do stuff for her. Her claim from her parents' inheritance was delaying, of course, and then I did a ritual, and then I was able to release those funds using that ritual. This person instantly forgot what I had done for them. They turned back. I was so surprised. You know, humanity is cruel, my friend. Humanity is cruel.
It's a similar thing happened to me last December. There was somebody that I saw help with this kind. This time I won't break my own law. I use my own money, and the same thing. The person got it and disappeared. So this kind of things happen. We see this kind of relation. Some people will just want to use you to get something, and they will just go. So what I do is that now I don't do that anymore. If people is not going to pay for their work, I don't do no amount of begging, persuasion. We never right now I'm dating anybody that they ask me to do something. I will not do it because I've done it a lot of times now. I see this kind of things go this way. So we have to be firm in this practice. If not, people will just come into your life and manipulate you and just disappear like that. So we should not be doing that kind of thing. So I stand firmly against it. Now, when people come, I already told them, you say I do a lot of warning in my channel. If you know you don't have money, don't come to meet me for work. Don't come into my WhatsApp and start begging me. A lot of people do that, really from Nigeria. I get upset when they do this. These people are the kind of people that we totally take advantage of you. People do that a lot. So I don't do it. If you are not paying, they should go to another place. And I'm not hungry. And they can't try in another place. I tell them many times. So you have spiritualists all over the world. And also in Nigeria, every village have 2, 3 native doctors. Go and meet them and tell them this. They cannot do that. But they just see you online. They want to pretend that they know you. Oh, you're my brother from Africa. I am this, I am that. I am from your tribe. Help me do this for free. They want to, these are total strangers. And they want just to manipulate you. So me, I don't. I tell them firmly, I don't do this. Some want to tip you. I don't accept tips. My fees, you cannot pay it, don't pay. This is the way I do. I'm very, very firm. I don't accept tipping. I don't accept begging. I don't. Already, I've done a lot of free stuff online for people. So if anybody come, that money that they are giving me, I'm using it to support the channel and to support myself, to support my research. So if they are not thinking that they want to support me, then they should go. If you feel that you want to tip African spirituality does not need tipping. If you want to invest, you invest. When you patronize me, you are actually investing in African spirituality because I'm using that money to grow. I'm using that money to do research. I'm using that money to bring out more things to help lives. But if you feel that you don't have 1 naira, you don't want to spend $1, 1 cent to invest in African spirituality, and you want the best, I cannot do anything for you. You should go to keep on praying, go to your Jesus or your Muhammad, go to somewhere else, but not here. African spirituality needs money to invest to make it grow. This is the only way we can grow. You see churches everywhere, people put money, they build mega churches. If people don't put money, how are they going to build all those institutions? Look at African spirituality. The only time they remember it is when they are suffering, when they have problems that they cannot solve. And they want to come, they want to beg their way in. It's impossible. So if they are not going to be investing in African spirituality, you're not going to patronize me, not ready to spend anything to help me. That means you don't value my work. You think that I'm a fool or I don't know what I'm doing. So I cannot help you. So I don't do that. I'm very, very firm, very, very firm in this regard now. So this year I'm not going to do any of those things. Some come in the way of relationship. Some will come in the way of brothers. Some will come in the way of this. All these people are same. They have the same thing. I call them like vampires, spiritual vampires or psychic vampires. It's another form of spiritual attack. Another form of
it's a spiritual attack because the people that don't want to pay you for your services. In other words, they are saying that you must die of hunger, of not getting anything to eat. So it's an attack, basically.
It's an attack. So I've
Yes,
come to
and then also
have conscience. They have no conscience. Already with this stuff, especially, so I've done a lot of research on this subject. If you check my channel, all the channels out of Nigeria, I think mine is the best. I know what those people are. They are not really trying to want people to know this. They are not even teaching anything. They are just doing nonsense. So I make sure I put a lot of people. People are suffering from lack of knowledge. They don't have access. I know many of them will not even have money. So they can still see a lot of things to benefit them from the channel. Now you see somebody after watching all those videos, they will still come and want to beg their way into my inner class.
yes,
This is what gets me angry. This is what gets me angry.
And also, I want to ask you another thing. Here in South Africa, obviously, people go to initiate and they practice South African spirituality. Okay, I've noticed that most of the people, most of the female that are doing this stuff are actually people who have a background of going out to parties and doing all that stuff and nonsense. And this also happens with Christianity. It's only after they have been used up and when they are tired and when they have no other options in life that they actually tend to spirituality and initiate. So is it the same thing with you in Nigeria? And if so, how do we trust such people in our lives, basically? Because it's full of them, basically. It's so flooded with them. Yo, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
It's the same thing here. It's also the same thing in Western occultism. When you look at the so-called people cross section of practitioner in Western occultism, you find out that most times these are people that have failed in many aspects of life. Probably people that education-wise they didn't graduate from school. Many of them are kind of junkies, drug addicts. Many of them are felonies. People have been to prison so many times. People that have failed, they could not have a job. Many people have failed in many things. They will now look, okay, what is the next thing for me to hide into or to come into? I can be a spiritualist. It's easy. I don't need qualification. I can just be deceiving people. Then the next thing they claim there be some sort of spiritual master. They come out. We see a lot of people like this. Same thing you see in Africa, in Nigeria. When you see a lot of these pastors, these are people that didn't get a job. They have failed in life. They become pastors and start scamming people. You're going to find them. They become pastors. So in spirituality, you're going to see a lot of people that have wasted their life in so many things. Now they're claiming to be spiritual masters and mistress, doing all sort of trash. These people, they don't know anything and they cannot teach anything. When I see that, I laugh a lot. So these are the people I always insult them because if you don't know, maybe you newbie, you think they know something. They know nothing. You cannot give what you don't have. You can't teach what you don't know. So they are the ones that are really causing the problem. So you're going to see this kind of people. How do you trust? You know them by what they talk about. When you come, you see this person, maybe you look their channel, you listen to them. If you know something, you know that they are talking, you know this person is just fake. They can deceive people that don't know anything. They can deceive new people. Yeah, but somebody like me, you can't deceive me. By the time I watch you within 5 minutes, I just know the level you are breathing from. So I install them in lots. I cause them a lot. Many of them don't like me. And you're going to see a lot of them on YouTube doing trash. These are the ones that want to dress like a spiritualist or pretend that they will show you a scary shrine, dress and talk in a certain way, let people know that they are higher than them. All the kind of fakery to get you to think that they are real somebody. At the end of the day, they take your money and then they disappear. So I see them all the time. They are here. They are in everywhere. These are failed people. And sadly enough, this is what you're going to find in spirituality. And you see it. When you see it, you talk about it. So as I'm teaching this stuff like this now, I've been able to expose many of them. Most times people come to my channel. Once they see what I talk about, they're so happy. They don't want to go anywhere else because now they can breathe freely. So we have lots of them on YouTube. You come on YouTube from Nigeria, you see a lot of them mixing this and this, mixing that. Anything imaginative, they'll just say, mix this, your problem will solve. Mix this, your problem will solve. All sort of, you will get tired. There are many now. There are so many of them. So these people, all those things will not take people anywhere. People need real knowledge. People need knowledge of their own power. People need how to assess this knowledge, how to assess this power. And this is what I'm trying to teach them. That's why I choose the teaching. I focus more on teaching than even doing spell for people. If you notice my program,
Definitely.
if you learn, I charge $300 for you to learn because I want people to learn. But if you want to do some kind of spell, I not charge you to $500. Why not be? It's not cheaper to learn. It's cheaper to know this knowledge, but you don't want to learn. Are you going to pay more? Because I've come to realize that some people don't want to do anything. They're just looking for spirit slave and they're going to get scammed. Okay, if you say you want to do this and you don't want to apply yourself, are you going to pay for that? Of course, and besides, I will use this money to promote the African spirituality, to invest in it, to do more research. So that money is not going to lose. Instead, I'm going to let the scammers to take that money. I will take that money and I will use it to do something productive. Okay, that's why if you say I've expanded my services, because I've come to see what is happening here. And if African spirituality need to grow, we need to make any major impact and difference. We need money inside this thing. We need people to invest. We need it to grow. I cannot do it alone. So this is what I keep talking. I can't do it alone. Okay. So
You know, I like the way you describe it by saying that there's money in Western spiritual systems, there's money in Eastern spiritual systems, but when it comes to us, we are in villages using herbs and looking dirty and not even having any to eat. You know, I like the way you put it. I like the way you put it.
It is true. Am I lying? Is it not true? It is true. Nobody want to care about African spirit. When they are sick, when they are dying, they will start running from one native doctor. Help me, please. I'm dying. My baby, my children, my work. When on their own, they don't care. They don't see. They walk about the place. So these people, they need that. They need to invest in it. So when they come for help, they must pay. That's why when I see people come, I tell them my consultation fee before I tell you anything. Your money must enter my calabash. You people don't want us to. If you are not ready to put it, go somewhere else. Because this needs to be 5. If you know that it's what there are people that realize this with me, they send money sometimes out of their heart to say, I've learned a lot from you. Take this. People but have that kind of pure heart. And I'm not going to live by charity alone. People that build the pyramids, they live like that. You want to build something like you plan it ahead. You make sure you have finance and resources. I want something. I've already have pictures of things I want to do in my mind. So these things need. So I need to plan everything, and I need to be serious. I need to be very, very focused on it. So I cannot say charity work not to let this one go. So all these people that want to benefit, you know, it's important. Put part of your energy into it. Support it. If you don't want to support me, find a spiritualist in your village, your community. Support it from there, so that it can be growing. Not only me will grow. Okay, it doesn't have to be only me. All of us benefit. All of us is our collective responsibility to grow it. So this is what I'm telling them, that no, I cannot continue like this. We need to move forward, and this thing needs money. Okay, see many of our house, rain go they beat the juju. They'll say now your juju be that your town will be very dirty. The person is not ashamed. No. You start building houses, writing books, documenting, digitalizing things, putting things on internet, put laptops and computers in this shrine, put internet inside this shrine. They do it in Thailand, the way they're doing it in Japan and China. Those things, they need money, right?
Yes.
Not going to know this one. It's only way ahead in paying them. Neither will know this one. So we cannot move forward like that. We can't. It's
yes,
so
definitely.
It's the truth.
Yes. Yes, it's the truth. And it's amazing that you even have this concept and idea to start with, because I actually see a way out with this form of thinking. The Africans, I don't know, for some reason, they can spend on anything. They can spend on alcohol, but they can't spend on something that's going to help them. Like, it's amazing.
Just go to church on Sunday. You see how much these people put in church, buying cars for pastors, doing this for pastors, doing this for imam. But African spirituality, one kobo, they will not drop inside. But when they have serious problem, they don't run to those pastors. They will run to native doctor. You know how many of these Christians have contacted me? Me, I just say I don't for them because when they come, the way I don't like their attitudes. So, and I want to
Yes.
list that I'm not for sale. They have this mentality that if they go to any spiritualist, because spiritualists need money, their conscience can be bought. They think like this. So I try to show many people like I'm not for sale. I'm not like those other spiritualists. I'm not here for money. So if you're not going to learn and you're not going to focus your mind, I will not you. I turn a lot of Christians down, especially the ones that approach me in the name of their God and Christianity. They're approaching me in the name of your God and Christianity, like your God is more powerful than me. If your God is more powerful than me, why not go and meet him? Do I look like I'm working for your God?
Definitely.
I slave to your God. So I always turn them down. Even they are bringing money, big money, I turn them down just to let them know that everybody is not the same. And let them know that, look, I'm not hungry. I can make money by myself. I have actually have capacity to make money. I have made money before. So this YouTube thing for my message to get across. I always give them this impression, let them know so that they will respect me. I will not be anybody's lapdog that they can just call and talk to anyhow they like. I don't listen to them. So this is why I treat them.
And these people that come to us for help, they are so amazing because it's like they forget that you actually have power and they start to think that they own you. They start to think they can command you and talk to you however they want to. What makes that? Please explain that.
Like somebody that have no value, the way somebody on the streets is selling, like almost like a homeless person, the way they talk sometimes, it is very, very annoying, very, very commanding, very, very demanding. I'll say, what? Eh? You'll be shocked.
What causes?
Hello?
What causes that? Okay, let me tell you something. The way they behave, like this other person that I was telling you about, you know everything about their life. And then knowing everything about their life, it's much more easier to influence them magically in their lives because you know every aspect. So, and then they come to disrespect you. Don't they know that you can actually do that? Why are people like this?
Some people they don't think properly. They think that they are smart, or they think that you are not capable of doing something bad to them, or they think they are smarter than you. So I see this a lot. As somebody like do spiritual work for people, we are like psychologists. Actually, you have access to people. People can't tell you secret things. I have this confidentiality. I don't talk about things that I hear from people. Even the ones that say bad things, I don't put it. If I expose so many things, conversations I have with people, you'll be shocked. But this is my confidentiality. I have to bury a lot of secrets. Once you come to me, you tell me something secret, I let it die with me. It is part of me. I don't talk about people's secret online or anywhere. It's always inside me. This is part of the job. Okay, you don't expose people's confidence. The moment you do that, you lost credibility. But some people are so unreasonable. The kind of things they demand for, I have to turn them down and say, please, I don't do this. I don't do this. I cannot do this for you. Please go somewhere else. I have to respectfully decline. Not that I cannot do it, but not every request must be granted. And people will not respect you. Then the evil people too, they think they are smart. Sometimes we teach them lesson. Sometimes you let them, they get what they want, and they also get the repercussion of what they got. Sometimes you do it, it will not work for them because they have evil intention. So we get a lot of experience along this path in this spiritual work. And it's a good experience. So you're going to meet all kinds of people from all kinds of walks of life quite naturally. So this is expected. It should be expected. So you just learn to deal with it. Deal with it. That's life.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'd like to conclude this video, and of course, I'd like to continue with you maybe tomorrow or another day. I have something lined up after here. It's actually an hour.
Okay, no problem.
So-
I'm very happy to talk to you, but tomorrow I won't be free. Tomorrow is 1st of April. I have some activities going on throughout tomorrow. So let's meet up next week. Okay.
Okay.
Very happy talking to you as well, and very delighted. I'm glad we have been able to share some of our experience on this part of spirituality. It's not easy being a spiritualist on YouTube. It's an exciting experience. And, the kind of you see, it's also something. But we grow. We have to grow with it, and we have
Definitely.
as we can.
So let me tell some of your subscribers where to find me. You
Okay.
can find me at the Way of Dharma, and if you want to email me, it's arsonist.fya@gmail.com. And for
Okay.
those of you from my channel, you can find my brother Efe at Afro Scientific Spirituality. That's his YouTube channel. I will actually link it in the description, and please go and support the guy. Please check him out, and you will learn a lot, especially when you want to learn about African spirituality. So thank you, sir.
I'm very
Thank you for the
grateful. No problem. It's a pleasure. So I'm very happy to see you, and I wish you a very wonderful day, and see you in the next live chat. Okay.
Namaste.
Take care. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.